Okay, what's up, y'all? It's Peaches, your favorite nail tech. Welcome back to my channel. So look, y'all already know it's popping. Everything's popping for Valentine's Day. And my client came in. She's one of my regulars. I've been doing these little heart nails that she knew she wanted one of them. And the rest, she was like, I know I want red and I want glitter. So this is what we came up with, okay? So of course, I'm gonna show you the colors. Blazin and Second Nude by Not Polished, because Not Polished is not nothing, period. So, subscriber shout out goes to That's Travi, subscribed since December 22nd of last year. You guys already know, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're subscribed, you better turn on your notifications, because how will you know when I will post, okay? So first things first, we're going to start with priming our nails. We're already prepped and all that. We're going to prime with what? Young nails, of course, because that's what we use. Young nails and not polished. And after we prep her, we're gonna jump right into the set. So this video is pretty much gonna be in real time. Except for the ombre nail and the heart nail, because that's not what we're here to focus on. What we're here to focus on today is how to effectively use not just glitter, but also the color red, because a lot of people, it's kind of hard for them to navigate how to use those types of acrylics, because they can get very, very messy. Okay, so I do want y'all to know I'm only showing one hand, because I feel like y'all do not want to sit here for 45 minutes or whatever the hell. So I'm gonna show you one hand. Like I said, this nail is gonna be sped up because this is not what we're focusing on, but I did still want y'all to see how I did this full set. You know, both hands, as you saw in the picture, are exactly the same. So she basically has screenshotted a picture off my page, and she wanted one of these heart nails. And so every time someone asks me to do something, I kind of try and make it a little bit differently for them, so that way it's like the style they want, but it's a slight difference. So I decided to go ahead and add gold flakes to hers. I suggested that we do, well, I pretty much kind of asked her, because she knew she wanted red hearts, and I was like, okay, do you want just red? Do you want pink? Because the picture that she showed me, you know, I like to use a multiple varieties of colors, because I feel like it adds dimension. So she was like, yeah, let's go ahead and add pink. So I brought out the gold flakes. Luckily, I have clients that they just really give me their guidelines, and I just go ahead and go crazy with it. So then I had asked her, I was like, you know, do you want glitter in the background? And she was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we used the not polished glitter. Now look, I think it's called Blazin, but it looked like Blazin. So you tell me how you feel like it should be pronounced. But we're just gonna call it red glitter, okay? It's from the OMG collection. And then the pink glitter that I'm using is a custom made glitter that I have made, obviously, because it's custom made. So when you're doing nails like this, it's very important that when you're working with glitter that you really work sparingly, because since I did this nail right off the bat, I'm gonna have a little bit of glitter in my monomer, which for this particular set, it's like, okay, it's not gonna harm nothing too much because the whole set is glitter. But if you were doing more solid nails, or more like ombre nails or something like that, to where you don't want glitter where you do not need to have it, then yeah, that will cause a problem. So that's the first thing you need to know. You need to plan out your set strategically when you're working with glitter. So the nails that are either, like this nail is see-through, so I did not want the monomer to be tinted, or my brush to be tinted with the red, because then my clear nail wouldn't appear clear. It would appear like with a red tint. You see what I'm saying? So now we're going into the ombre. Now, y'all excuse my computer's fan. Y'all know it kick on sometimes. So now we're going to the ombre. So you see how I pick up these beads, these glitter beads? You need it to be like, you need the bead to be wet enough so that way the acrylic actually makes it look like a bead, but you need it to be dry enough so that way you pick up enough glitters, if that makes sense. So after this, I'll pretty much be showing you guys how I go ahead and do the full nails of red, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But you see how I'm like, I don't even say I'm barely touching it. I'm just moving the glitters where they need to go. So don't worry about like, oh, do I let me just do a thin layer. No, because see how I'm grabbing it? I'm just grabbing specific glitters. Like, you need to know how to work the glitter, because at the end of the day, you don't want to keep grabbing parts of the background if you're just looking to fill in certain gaps, because then you're going to get a really, really chunky, lumpy nail. You want to still be able to keep a nice, consistent, even layer. And we're also going to go ahead and make sure the background is consistently colored. So the background of this glitter is red. I want to make sure that the background of this nail is red, not just some clear spots here and there with glitter. I don't want that. I want this to be opaque as hell. So when you're using glitter, you're going to do the same process, you know, pat and press kind of, but you're just going to be gentler, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of glitters here that is not going to last. So do not try and save every single one, okay? Do not, because it's just not going to last. So you guys know when I have ombres where there are things sticking out, like chunky glitters or sequins, I use a little bit of clear at the top, so that way I can go ahead and make sure when I do the ombre, everything is going to smoothly come down. It's not going to get stuck between the sequins, because that's usually what will happen if you don't. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our first full nail of glitter, and I'm sorry that it's out of frame a little bit. I think, okay, here we go. I pulled her closer. So do you see the bead that I grabbed, how it looks like an acrylic bead, like as if it was a regular acrylic? It may look a little funny at first because, you know, it's a chunky glitter, but as soon as you start patting it, don't swipe, pat how I'm doing and press and pull. See how I'm pushing it up to the cuticle area? This is how we're going to get it to be nice and neat, so that way glitter is not everywhere. And if this was a normal red, you don't want red everywhere either. We do not want to flood the cuticles. So typically red can be kind of like a thinner color, like when you put monomer with red acrylic, it tends to want to be a little bit more watery. But because we have all these glitter sequins in here, it's going to actually help the consistency, so that way you have time to work with it. Now you can see in the cuticle area I have pushed it up. I'm letting it kind of like dry a little bit before I really fix it, because like I said, red tends to be a little runnier, just like I always say, red, black, white, and like dark colors like dark blue tend to be a little bit runnier just by nature. I think it's just whatever's in their pigment that causes it to be that way, to be honest with you. But we still want a nice clean look. Now, do you see already how we're not blending the cuticles? You don't see her fingers are stained with red, because a lot of times people have trouble with those colors getting close. They get scared and then they don't get close enough to the cuticle and it looks like they need a fill. So work in small portions or small sections, however the hell you want to call it, right? So in the cuticle area, I did a thin-ish layer. I pushed up the excess from my first bead to kind of lay down the initial layer, and then I'm going to go in. See how I'm trying to focus on grabbing the background so I don't get too many glitters? You got to know how to do that too. And everything is really technique based, because when you do it like this, when you're able to get a lot of the background without glitters, you're kind of capping itself in its own color. But because this glitter is so chunky, I am going to do a very, very, very thin layer of clear. I mean very thin, because the only reason I'm doing that is so later on when I file, all the chunky pieces do not file off, because that's what will happen if you don't. Now you guys know I do not cap fine glitters. Glitters that are very fine, I just feel like if they're made well, it's cool, it's fine. So see how I'm just literally doing the smallest layer, just so that way when I go file, I do not get rid of all of the chunkiness. Now it's okay if some of it goes away. Like when I don't include shaping and file in this video, but I may use that footage for another time. I haven't decided yet. But when you do file, or what was I saying? Damn. Okay, well, I'm tired because I almost fell asleep. Anyways, on to the next finger. I'll figure it out. So see, this bead was too dry, and I tried to kind of go ahead, I don't like wasting beads, but you can see clearly this bead was too dry, and it just wasn't acting right. This is what you do not want. I'm gonna be honest with you, because see, now that it's too dry, I gotta like get it wet, gotta reactivate it, and it's just not giving me what I need. So see that little bit of red? Anytime you get a little bit of red on the skin, you need to go ahead and wipe it off. Now here's the thing that you don't want to do as a beginner. Do you see how much glitter is on my paper towel and I'm still going ahead and going? If you are a beginner, honestly, anybody period, because I shouldn't even be doing this, but you should change out your paper towel at this point. Because realistically, there's so much like glitter and like acrylic on the paper towel that's so wet, it's just gonna get stuck in your brush, to be honest with you. And you're gonna hold on to even more red even though you're trying not to, in a sense. So here we go, second bead. This one's better, at least it is more movable, and it is keeping some of the strength. So okay, see this, how I'm pushing it up to the cuticle area? Even if this wasn't glitter, because this is what I do with like chunky glitters, if this was just purely solid red, you'd be doing the same thing. And the reason why we push is because acrylic kind of spreads itself out when it's like wet like this. So if you push it in the right direction, it's gonna spread for a second. So if I were to put the bead right on the cuticle area, it would end up spreading and flooding, and that's what you don't want. Y'all, look at the heart nail. The heart nail is so stinking cute. So stinking cute. I had to just admire that for a minute, because I really be doing my look like this or whatever. So look, try and get more of the acrylic and include the background color. That's really gonna be what helps you. Now I find that a lot of people like to just lay down glitter in a thin layer and then they like to go ahead and cap the whole thing. I feel like it kind of wastes time, and it's just not necessary. Like, because I don't want to say this color is not strong. Now look, if there's so much glitter that you can't even get a bead, like it's so dry, first of all, you should be using it anyways, but let's say you can't get a decent bead, then yeah, I guess you will have to cap. I guess you will have to cap, because honestly, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about that. I would say, you know, work on your beads, or if it's not your beads, maybe it's the company itself, maybe find another product to use. But you can see I built up the apex and everything with the red glitter, and this is just a cautionary layer. And when I go ahead and file, like I said, I don't show it, but when I did this process, when I go and file, some of these sequins are going to get filed through and filed off. They're going to look silver. If it starts turning silver, just file that whole sequin off, because I promise you it's not going to make a difference in the larger scheme of things. Like a couple sequins popping off the nail, it's not going to make a difference. There's so much glitter that it don't even matter. Okay, so now look, going back to working with glitter, here's the thing. I should have changed out my paper towel, because I already knew I was going to end up getting glitter on the nude, which is what I wanted to avoid, and which is what I wanted to make sure y'all knew, like let's not. And that's why I have to swipe and do so much, and I'm interrupting the ombre, because I had kept getting glitter and stuff. And you can see my ombre, this is why I fast forwarded, but my ombre is kind of taking a cool little minute to get right. Normally I don't have this problem, but like I said, because I kept getting glitter and trapped, I did not want glitter on that nude at all. So I really had to finesse, and I really had to play with it, because I don't want to say I was getting nervous, but I was getting a little bit frustrated, because I'm just like, damn, what did I do? That first bead I put down, I could have just tossed it to the side, but I didn't want to go ahead and do that. Y'all know I don't like wasting beads. So we're going to come back to this nail, because I realized I need it to dry. If it doesn't dry, it ain't going to do me no good. So I went ahead and decided to cap this nail. Now nails like this, because there's already glitter in the background and stuff, I wasn't as concerned if glitter got in the mix, because honestly this nail already has glitter. I will say it's not ideal, because then you may have one glitter that's more towards like the utmost layer of all the acrylic, so it still may stand out a little bit, but it'll stand out way less, because damn, I'm really tired. I forgot what I was saying that quick. Ooh, that's crazy. Anyway, so I believe after this nail, we're gonna go back and we're gonna try and fix that ombre. Now I want to do a separate video of doing ombre with red, because doing ombres with red is not no joke. Like, it really does take skill and precision, because red is such a cute color, but man, it is one of the most difficult to learn and to work with. Okay, so y'all have seen me do ombre 1,000,001 times. Y'all already know, if it's not blending, keep working until it do. That's the best advice I got for you. Okay, let me see. So everything is looking pretty good. Pretty good. We was juiced. This was her first red set since that she's been in my chair, especially. And we were just juiced. Like, her nails were damaged from a previous shop, and she was already coming to me by that point, but I didn't have the availability that she needed. So she went, and she was pretty mad because when she came back about like a month after that or so, her real nails was not happy, and I was just like, dang. So today, when I looked at her nails, I finally realized, like, girl, you do not have no more damage. Like, we could resume the old process. Yeah. And she was just too. So, yeah, take care of y'all nails. Hey, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. It's about to be 12:30 in the motherfucking morning. Yeah, girl, a bitch is side. I'm trying to tell you, I gotta keep calling the damn courthouse with these doggone jury duty and all that. Like, come on, it's some bullshit. Anyway, let me stop talking. So here we go with the thumb. You guys can see, when you're using glitters, the main important, especially chunky, the main thing is to focus on the beads that you're grabbing. See how this type of bead is able to be used swiftly? Well, it's kind of out of frame, but you see, I'm using it very much swiftly, like, you know, in a quick manner, and it's acting like a regular bead. I keep saying it throughout this video, or at least I remember I do. I know I'm kind of like halfway asleep, but you need to focus on getting the background of the acrylic color, because the glitter is going to come with it no matter what. So don't even get caught up on which pieces of glitter you want on that. No, when you're doing the initial layer, let's just focus on getting the bead right, because there's glitter in it no matter what. So you don't have to worry about, like, oh, if I don't get enough glitter, don't even worry about it, because I promise there's going to be enough. And some is not even going to last. And when you do a thin layer and cap it, like I said earlier, the color is not as opaque, and you're not getting as much glitters either, because you're not picking up like real beads, at least in my opinion. That's how I feel. So yeah, so we're pretty much damn near almost done. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, this is crazy. I'm over here thinking I showed the other hand, but I did not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We've only got a couple minutes left. I honestly have I'm about to have a lot of content coming up, and this week just went by pretty fast, honestly, because I'm about to be done with these Valentines sets. It's crazy. Like, it really just zoomed past really quickly. Shoot. But let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments. I know a good amount of you guys watch my live, and in my lives you guys be liking to see the full process. I'm very, very happy for the new people that join my live and that you're interacting and all that stuff, and it's really just bomb, because, you know, make me feel like I'm somebody or whatever. So hopefully this video helps any of you guys that are struggling on how to do a clean application with red glitter. I mean, not just red glitter, but glitter or red. Like, oh, that was you. Yeah, hopefully this helped you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're subscribed, turn on your notifications, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe and turn them on, so you guys can know when I post. Literally, we got only like 1 minute left. So, oh yeah, follow me on Instagram at Nailsbyprettyface. Y'all already know this. And we on the up and up to 1K followers. We just hit 600 like a day ago. We already passed that. So I really do appreciate you guys for subscribing, for the support. I don't think y'all understand the way y'all support me. Like, it's really crazy. Y'all leave kind comments and all these little thoughtful thoughts, and I just be like, damn, you made my day. You didn't know it, but you made my day. Like, that was so sweet and so nice. Every time I see you guys' comments, like, literally. So hopefully, if any of you guys try this set or anything like that, like I said, I was her inspo pick. So we love when that happens. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about these type of videos where I'm focusing on one main topic of the whole thing. So I'm about to show you guys application. This is what it looked like, application. You can see some glitter was filed off, but you can't even tell. And of course, shape. Oh, well, not yet. Let's see. Shape. Look at this. Crispy. Very much nice. And of course, the final result. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me at Nailsbyprettyface. Look how clean and nice. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
'Cause she is the greatest nail tech in the universe.